because the more that I do that, the more that I'm going to be able to impact more people. And my goal, my purpose on this planet is to inspire people to chase their dreams. So I must be famous so that I can fulfill that mission. That's the journey that I want to go on. I want to be the guy that believes in people so hard that they start to believe in themselves. What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy, Brian Mark, coming at you with another episode on this channel. And in today's episode, we're gonna do a recap on the weekend, and I'm gonna go over the top lessons that I learned from the Bedros Keuilian and Wes Summit. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode. Let's go. All right, so I'm back at home, and literally I got back last night at 10:30, and I've been up since 4:15, grinding my ass off, because one of the big things that I learned from this event is a truth that I already know to be true, and that is that if you really want to be successful, it comes down to the amount of discipline that you have. And Wes Watson is making an insane amount of money. He's very successful, and he's very flashy with it. So he's got 2 Lambos, 2 Rolls Royces. One of them's a $400,000 Rolls Royce truck. One of the things he talks about is that he gets out of bed every single morning at 2:45 in the morning, and he's done that for the last 10 years. And I was doing that before I got my foot injured, but after I got my foot injured, I was kind of lazy with it. So that being said, I decided that my level of discipline is going to be a level 10 from moving forward. So I got up at 4:15 in the morning, and that's that. So let's go over my notepad. So first things first is I used to run out of money before we ran out of month. I think that when Bedros said that, I was like, damn, that's hits. Because I think that a lot of people do that, right? It's a lot of people are working jobs that they're not necessarily happy with, and they end up running out of money before they run out of month, meaning that their finances are so tight that, yeah, they just end up running out of money before they run out of month. So I just thought that was a really cool quote. One of the things that Bedros says frequently, and I think that I like this a lot, is, can I have your commitment on that? Can I have your commitment on that? So it's you're basically getting people to commit to a certain thing. So on my coaching call today, there was somebody that was speaking, and I was like, can I have your commitment on that? And they're like, yes, you have my commitment. So just getting people to commit to things is really cool. So one of the objections that Bedros used to overcome, he talked about this in terms of sales objection, is I can't afford to do this. He's like, that's exactly why you can't afford not to do this. The fact that you can't afford to do this is exactly why you can't afford not to do this. What's it costing you in the next 5 years to be completely fucking out of shape? How many chiropractor visits, how many doctor visits are you gonna make? How much money are you gonna spend on prescription drugs because your fucking health is out of alignment, and you say that you can't afford this? You can't afford not to fucking do this. You're gonna miss out on years with your family. That level of thinking really helped me unlock, when people say I can't afford it, it's no, you actually you can't afford not to. Time collapsing. So time collapsing is this idea that if you want to be successful, you want to get to $10,000 a month in the next 3 years, it's collapsing that and be let's get to $10,000 a month in the next 3 months. And so collapsing years into months, and collapsing months into weeks, and weeks into days. This idea that you can get the result faster. It doesn't have to go on your timeline. This is good. Your frequency is what you frequently see. This has probably been my personal number one takeaway, is your frequency is what you frequently see. Meaning that I'm always super committed to making sure that I'm in a good state for as long as I possibly can be, and understanding that there's gonna be times and there's gonna be situations where I might not feel awesome, but just understand it the things that I see with my eyes are a result of the things that I'm feeling and experiencing inside of my mind. Just that mindset is understanding your frequency is what you frequently see. And so if you're out of alignment in your mindset and in your your emotions, that's gonna show up for you in your coaching business and in your life. So your frequency is what you frequently see. I'm better than everyone else. Oh, that's good. So one of the things that Wes Watson said, he was talking about how he's you have to fucking believe that you're better than everybody else. You have to believe that, because that belief is gonna drive your behavior, is gonna drive your performance. Just this internal sense of knowing that you are better than people. He's that is a fucking good thing, because if you have that, he's you will outperform people, because internally you will have this belief that you're better, and so it will cause you to do better. He says you've got to believe that you're better than everybody else. I thought that was really cool. Oh, another thing Wes Watson said was really cool. Appearing and acquiring ain't shit. It's about being and becoming. So many people are chasing money, right? They're chasing money, they're chasing acquisition, they're chasing more things, more cars, the house, etc. They want all the things without understanding that it's the person that you are equals the things that you have. Meaning, if you want an abundant life, if you want to make more money, if you want to have more impact, if you want to change more people's lives, it's about who the fuck you are as a person. So you can't say that you want to make more money, but then be a person that's not worthy of the money that you want to make. Like, the reason that you're currently making the amount of money that you're making right now is because the level of skill sets and knowledge, ability, passion, energy that you bring is the level of money that you're making. And that's just a fucking fact. And if you want to make more and acquire more, then you need to become more and you need to be more. So it's not about appearing and acquiring, it's about being and becoming. I like that. Oh, this is another thing. Stop expecting high output from low frequency. Like, if you're in a shitty fucking mood, if you're in a shitty fucking place, if you hate your life, if you wake up every single day and you're like, fuck my life, like, how are you going to perform? Like, how are you going to put out a high amount of like energy, passion, and intensity that it takes to get to your goals? It's not going to happen. And so you need to shift your state. You need to get yourself out of low vibration and low frequency emotions, and you need to get yourself into a place where you're like performing at a high level mentally. And if you can do that mentally, then the results will start to come in your life. All right. Ooh, another thing. But Brian, I've always been this way. I've always struggled with my mindset. I've always been depressed. Your identity matches your output. So if you think you're an anxious person, you're gonna be anxious for the rest of your fucking life. If you think you've always been depressed, it's always gonna be like that, you'll always be depressed, it'll always be like that. And I'm not negating the fact that like depression is real, anxiety is real, but you can make the fucking decision that you're going to work on it and become better, and through that you can become better. But it's if you identify with it and you're like, I am this person. And guys, I'm gonna say something that like, the reason that I've never like identified and been like, I am an addict, even though I've struggled with my addiction in the past, is because by me admitting that I am an addict, I'm identifying with this belief. And by identifying with this thing, I'm also saying that like, I will never get better. I am an addict. I don't identify with that. I am fucking powerful. I am Brian Mark. I am unstoppable. And your identity is gonna match your output. And so whatever you choose to associate and identify with is gonna be who and what you become. Oh, another one. Beginners overvalue thinking and undervalue action. I thought that was fucking brilliant. I think that so many people, when they're first getting started with something or they wanna learn a new skill set, they overvalue like thinking about the thing and they undervalue doing shit. But the truth is you need to do more shit, and then as you're doing shit, you need to learn how to do the shit better. But it's about doing shit. It's not about learning shit. It's about doing things, and then as you're doing things, you want to learn how to do them better. Quit being so humble. Oh, that was a good one. I think that a lot of us like downplay our success, or we don't want to be humble because we don't want to offend people or trigger people or whatever. Fuck that. Quit being so humble. You need to like be like proud and own your success. Oh, this was like a personal realization. The personal realization is that like I have to be famous. I have to be famous. I have to like grow my business to the next fucking level. I have to be like on pod. I have to be that fucking guy, because I truly do believe that I have a message that has the ability to change people's fucking lives. And I've seen it happen over and over and over and over and over and over and over again inside of my coaching business. And now I want to take this ability and I want to give it to more people. And so it's necessary that I grow my impact and the amount of people that see my shit. It's so necessary, because the more that I do that, the more that I'm going to be able to impact more people. And my goal, my purpose on this planet is to inspire people to chase their dreams. So I must be famous so that I can fulfill that mission. Oh, this is good. Let me know if this hits. The most common man in this world is the man that is consistent and doesn't get results. The most common man in this world is the man that is consistent and does not get results. We just put in the work day after day, doing the same thing over and over again, wondering why nothing's changing, not getting the result, and we keep showing up and doing the same thing. If you're putting in the work and the results aren't coming, it's because you're not doing it right. There's something that's wrong. But the most common man is the man that is consistent, puts in the work, and doesn't get the results, because that is the man that has an ego and is unwilling to ask for help. I love this too. What we release most is what we possess. And so and one of the things I used to say a lot is you can't express what you don't possess. And so if you're releasing a lot of anger, it's because you possess a lot of anger. So if somebody comes up to you on the street or cuts you off and you're like, fuck you, and you get angry, like that's not them, that's you, that's inside of you. What you release is what you possess. So if you want an abundant life, you need to release more abundance. You need to stop being so angry all the time, or depressed or sad, triggered or anxious. Oh, I love this. Be the person in people's lives where they're like, when people see you, they're like, that's not even fucking possible. Like, be so great that people don't even believe you. They're like, there's no fucking way that's happening. Like, be that guy. I'm like, that's the guy I want to be. Oh, this is cool. So everybody, I want you guys to write this in the comments. Everybody is the same. We just have different habits. Everybody is the same. We just have different habits. So all of us have unlimited potential. I've talked about this frequently. Everybody, if you're watching this fucking video, you could be the next millionaire. It could be you, but your habits don't support that. And so if you want to be successful, then you need to develop the habits of the people that are successful. We all are the same, we just have different habits. I like that. Adversity reveals genius. Oh, that was another one. Adversity reveals genius. Adversity is where your character is built. It's where you become the person that you're meant to become. Adversity is the seed. Every adversity brings a seed of equal or greater opportunity. It's a beautiful concept. I love that. All right, next. Let's see. When someone high level believes in me, I believe in myself. I think that the real value of mentorship is that y'all motherfuckers don't believe in yourselves, right? And so I think it takes an individual looking at your situation and being like, you could do this, I believe in you, for us to realize like, holy shit, I could do this, I believe in myself. And so understanding that when someone high level believes in me, it makes it easier for me to believe in myself. That like, that's the journey that I wanna go on. I wanna be the guy that believes in people so hard that they start to believe in themselves. Oh, this is cool. So Bedros Keuilian talked about this idea of the project. So the project is this coaching program for men where he takes them through a 75-hour immersive experience and takes these individuals on this like growth journey. He basically like shows these individuals how to become the people that they were meant to become. And he said, we all have an inner bitch and we all have an inner beast. And the inner bitch, and this is obviously for men, I'm not using this in a derogatory term, but the inner bitch inside of us is the one that's like, sleep in, you deserve more rest, stay in bed, you're tired. And the inner beast is that, the unstoppable force of nature. It's the one that can endure anything. It is the absolute force to be reckoned with. And the one that wins is the one you fucking feed. And so I just refuse to be the inner bitch anymore, and I'm gonna be the inner beast. Bedros talked about how business is problem solving, leadership, teamwork, and communication. Problem solving, leadership, teamwork, and communication. I just thought that was a cool thing to write down. Oh, this is good. For those of you guys that are anxious, write this down. Anxiety is anticipation of future pain. I thought that was brilliant. Anxiety is anticipation of future pain. And what alleviates anxiety? Action alleviates anxiety. That was beautiful. Let's see what else. So a lot of people engage in what Bedros calls tactical loitering. Now, tactical loitering, essentially what that means is it's like people will research a bunch of information and they'll do a bunch of research and look up a bunch of different stuff. And that will be the reason that they're not taking action because they're trying to acquire new information. But what they're actually doing is they're implementing what's called tactical loitering. They're tactically not taking action because they're quote unquote researching, which is another word for procrastination. I control my economy. I thought that was fucking brilliant. I control my economy. Too many of y'all motherfuckers are like gas prices, inflation. Yo, you control your fucking economy. You can literally go on Instagram right now and make money. Like, this is a Gary Vee thing. Go pick up some free stuff on Facebook Marketplace and start selling it. You will make money. You control your economy. If something's not working in your fucking life, you have the full control, full capacity to turn that shit around, but you have to take control of your economy. It has to be you. Stop relying on the government to come save you. They're not gonna save you. You gotta save yourself. You control your economy. Another quote that I really, really admired was, when everybody else runs away, I run in. You know, when everybody's freaking out with the economy, rising gas prices, inflation, you start running towards those things. You start acquiring more. So when everybody else is running away, you run in. Delegate, motivate, sell. That was just a really cool way that Bedros operates. He likes to delegate, he likes to motivate, and he likes to sell. That's how he operates as a business owner. Delegate, motivate, sell. I thought that was really cool. All right. It's not what I get, it's what I get rid of. This is a Wes Watson thing. It's not what I get, it's what I get rid of. What are you willing to get rid of? What sort of things in your life are you willing to let go of? What sort of things in your life are you willing to release? Are you willing to move past? Are you willing to leave in the past? In order for us to reach the next level, it's not about what we get, it's about what we get rid of. And so we need to be willing to let go of certain things that we're holding on to that are holding us back. Separate yourself. Everybody wants to be successful. What are you doing to separate yourself? What are you doing that's different? What are you doing that's unique? How are you a fucking snowflake? Right? Everybody wants the thing. Everybody wants to be a successful online coach. What are you gonna do that's distinctly different than everybody else? Oh, this is a beautiful quote. Real men set their character in stone and they don't deviate. Oh, he said that and I was like, that is fucking sick. Because I think that, like, you know, in the journey of becoming a man for me is just realizing that, like, I know what type of person I want to be and I'm just going to be that type of person. Like, I'm going to be that motherfucker. So real men set their character in stone and they don't deviate. I thought that was brilliant on integrity. Commit to something above you. This shit isn't about you, man. It's not about you. It's about your family. It's about service. It's about helping. It's about changing people's lives. It's about impact. So commit to something bigger than yourself if you really want to make a massive impact on this world. All right, guys, that is it. That is all. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this YouTube episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. There was lots of value in this episode. Let me know what your number one takeaway was in the comments, and I'll talk to you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace.